Wife cheated, so I tricked her into publicly admitting to having the affair and herpes. In college, I met the woman I thought was the one. We dated for about 2 years and had a huge wedding after a 10-month engagement. Her family was pretty well off in a small southern town. We were both continuing our educations, and I was also working to support us. I was pursuing a master's in engineering while she was finishing her doctorate in anthropology. Over the summer, an opportunity came up for her to make some extra money going as an aide on a religious studies trip to Jamaica. I didn't hesitate when she asked me about it. I mean, she was going to visit Jamaica and get paid for it. I saw no downside other than missing her being at home for 6 weeks. Little did I know at the time, she had been cheating with the professor. He had hung out with us, used my stuff, and shared my drinks. I considered him a friend, who arranged the trip. It turns out the trip was just a getaway for them to fool around across the island. I, completely unaware and happy, went about the weeks while she was gone, taking extra shifts so I could match what she made in her account and surprise her. What a fool, right? One of the students from the trip actually reached out to clue me in. I didn't believe him, until I started looking for evidence on my own. I finally broke down and checked her texts while she was asleep, but nothing was there. There were a few voicemails, so I decided to listen. And there it was, a message from that guy saying how exciting it was that I almost caught them. I opened up her laptop and checked her emails after that. It was page after page of stuff, mocking me for not knowing, describing things they did in her home, and laughing about it. There was so much, and I was absolutely heartbroken. Still too hurt to take any action. I was lost. I had no idea what to do, so I sat on it for a couple weeks and acted as normally as I could. I noticed everything now. I felt so foolish for not seeing it before. So many signs. One stuck out in particular. I noticed that our stash of homemade herbal oil, let's just say it had some extra relaxing ingredients, was going down, even though we weren't being intimate. It was clear they were also using something I made to enhance their experience. That really set me off. Like irrationally, overwhelmingly mad. It finally all hit me. I was a complete joke to these people, and they were using the oil I made, in my bed. I wasn't hurt anymore. I just wanted them to feel what I felt. So, while she was studying at the library, I made a new batch of oil. I added just enough of the special ingredient to make it smell normal, but I also mixed in a little something from the backyard, poison ivy. After refilling the spray bottle we used for application, I waited. A few days go by. I'm working extra to be out of the house more, and bam, bait taken. That night, after she goes to sleep, my plan goes into action. I sneak her phone, delete my contact, and swap his number out for mine. I go to bed but can't sleep, because it feels like I'm 5 years old and tomorrow is Christmas. Morning comes. She's in the shower. I get a text. I'm super itchy. Are you okay? Now Lord, now is my time. Look, I thought it had cleared up, but I guess I had a flare up. I'm really sorry, but I have a condition. Looks like you might too. I heard her let out the tiniest squeal in the shower. I'm covering my mouth, trying not to lose it laughing. I went on to break up with her in the message, said a new semester was starting, and I kind of had a little crush on another TA. I wanted her mad. This is someone who had never been told no in her life, let alone rejected by a balding guy in his 50s with a supposed health issue. When she got out of the shower, it was obvious she had been crying, but I could also see the anger in her eyes. She was squirming at the table, clearly uncomfortable, sipping coffee and trying to process the situation. All she needed was one more little push. The reply she got to her pages and pages of angry, emotional messages? Thanks for the good times, but can you keep this between us? I don't want it messing up my chances with anyone else. She turned beet red, just seething. She grabbed her keys and stormed out the door without even saying goodbye. I knew exactly where she was going. I booted up her laptop and started a full reformat, wiping her entire dissertation and all the related notes, then headed to campus. I parked a few lots over and rushed to his office, where I found her yelling at him, loudly, accusing him of being the source of her recent health scare. There were people everywhere, professors, teaching assistants, students, other staff. I was silently dying inside. He looked beyond embarrassed and totally confused. She was crying in front of her peers. I was in absolute bliss. I didn't even care that some folks might believe I was involved too. The fallout in their department? Nuclear. He lost his job due to a violation of the university's code of conduct. We got divorced the following year. State law required 1 year of separation before filing. I kept most of the assets, not a fortune, but savings I had worked hard for. She never completed her doctorate and eventually settled into a very different life, mostly at home, raising kids and selling products on Facebook. He now teaches high school. It took a few years for it all to fully unfold, but watching it all happen? Absolutely glorious.